welcome to Masala Innings. I'm Antara and today we are gonna be learning how to make these yummy masala nuts. Trust me, these are so addictive, so nice, and no eggs involved. No taking out of egg white and then putting it on bake. Nothing is involved and still so very tasty and addictive. You have to stay tuned and look at the recipe. For masala nuts, we would need these ingredients. I have taken almonds, around half cup, 1/4 cup of walnuts and 1/4 cup of cashew nuts, and these are dry pumpkin seeds which are very crunchy and tasty and apparently very healthy as well. Now for a sweetener in this masala nuts, I'll be using dry cranberries, but if you don't have cranberries, you can easily substitute with dry raisins or currants. Now for all the masalas, we would need some dry mango powder or amchur powder, rock salt and salt according to taste. And for masalas, we would need half a teaspoon of red chili powder, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, and 1.5 teaspoon of coriander seeds which have been ground in a mortar pestle, and 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. Obviously some oil to get all the masalas together, and just like that, let's start making our masala nuts. Now I'll be dry roasting all my nuts together. I've taken them out of the freezer. I normally buy in bulk and keep it refrigerated in the freezer, and just before making these things I just take it out, let them come to a room temperature, and then I'll dry roast them without any oil. So as you can see, my nuts are very nicely roasted. There's a little bit of color, and this is what I want. I basically want to crunch it up, and that's all. We'll be cooking it in the masala again any which ways. Now in the same pan, I'm gonna add some olive oil, or even vegetable oil will do. Now as the pan is pretty hot already, I'm gonna put in all my spices and fry them for just a couple of minutes on a really low flame. All my spices go in. I'll just roast it up so that I can get the aroma coming out of it. Basically awaken my spices. I'm going to add a little more oil. You would need around 2 tablespoons of oil. I added 1 tablespoon before, and now I added another tablespoon. Now to this, I can smell all my spices. I'm going to add my cranberries. We really want the moisture out of the cranberries right now. Cranberries are the sweetest part of this dish. I actually want the masalas to marry together with the cranberries. It's gonna taste so awesome. Now, till the time my cranberries are cooking, let me talk to you a little bit about my nuts. So here, as you can see, there are lots of almonds, and that is something which I love to eat. And I've kept these almonds whole, but they are very small, and that is the reason why I kept them whole. I've used a little less of cashew nuts because obviously cashew nuts is not one of the healthiest nuts, and a little less of walnuts as well, though they are very healthy, but they tend to get a little bitter. So this is my selection. But if you like or do not like something, or you have something else in your hand, then just add that. Pista or pine nuts will also be a very good combination. So very slowly, without making a mess, I'll try to add all my nuts in the masala and cranberries. And mix it all together very well so that masala gets coated evenly. So now I have cooked this for around 3 to 4 minutes, and now I will season it well. So I'm using two sorts of salt here. One normal table salt, just a big pinch to it, mix it well. And now for some rock salt. Now, why did I use two kind of salts? Because I feel the rock salt, when it goes on heat, it kind of gives out a different kind of a flavor, which is very tasty as well. So I try it out, and I'm sure as well you will also like it. So a little bit of rock salt, not too much, but obviously the rock salt is not as salty as your table salt. So yeah, a good 2 pinches of rock salt. Perfect. And now I'm gonna add some dry mango powder or amchur powder. This is what is gonna be getting out a beautiful sour taste in my masala nuts. I'm not too sure with what can you, if you don't have dry mango powder, what else can you add? Because I'm pretty sure lemon juice is not going to give you exactly the same taste, but you can try and let me know in a comment below how it went. But yes, if you have dry mango powder, that's the best part. It will depend on how much sourness you want to give this nuts. For me, 2 very big pinches should be good enough, maybe a little more. I like my nuts a little more sour. And just like that, our masala nuts are ready. I have transferred it onto a plate so that it can cool down, and then we are gonna put it in a jar and store it till the time you need it.